Well, thank you, Michael, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to the Lord Mayor for inviting me to say a few words as we watch the clock before yet another division and vote in the House of Commons comes along. And thank you to everyone in the City Corporation and the COP27 Egyptian presidency for hosting this important event. And, of course, thank you to His Excellency Ambassador Majid Al-Suwadi for making the time to be here and set out some of the ambitions the UAE has for its presidency later this year. I know from looking at your agenda that you will have had a great day with fascinating discussions from leaders in industry, government and finance about how we do deliver this transformation which the science is increasingly clear has to be made. Tackling climate change is arguably the biggest challenge facing humankind. But it's also, and I know I'm in the City of London, so I'm in the home of the greatest financial centre in the world, it's also the economic opportunity of our lifetimes. Low carbon goods and services are estimated to be worth up to £1 trillion for the UK by 2030. And a race is already underway to capture the investment, the industries and the jobs needed for this transition. Because thankfully, and no small part, I'll pay tribute to ourselves and my predecessor, Alok Sharma, to this country, the world is now on the same page, which was always an issue. What's the point of us leaning ahead of others if others don't follow? When we took on the presidency of COP in 2019, just 30% of global GDP was covered by net zero pledges. By the time Alok Sharma stood down last year, it was 91%. But we must keep momentum towards COP28 as the panel, I think, has just discussed, because we are running out of time. There's a 66% chance we will pass 1.5 degrees between now and 2027. So in terms of what I really hope for, one thing I very much hope for from the UAE presidency is a laser-like focus on that 1.5 degrees informed by the latest UNFCCC report. We need more ambition and more activity to bring down global temperatures. And COP will, of course, have the first global stocktake, a valuable moment in which to review the world's progress. And we must also look forward to agreeing the details of the Just Transition Work Programme. Now, to make this ambition a reality, we need to establish the right conditions for finance and investment to flow. Hence, why we made finance such a central part of COP26. In March, we published the Green Finance Strategy so that we could harness the UK's world-leading financial services sector to support our climate and environmental objectives and underpin that £1 trillion opportunity. The strategy sets out the next steps to fulfil our ambition for the UK to be the world's first net zero aligned financial centre. We want to see global finance align with Paris so that the trillions needed will flow towards green technology investment rather than into emissions-intensive equities. And while we need the power and the might of the market, development finance, of course, will also be pivotal. Put simply, ladies and gentlemen, the cost of net zero is far greater than the cost of acting, and inaction is one of the biggest threats. We have the ambition to create a fertile ground for investment in green finance, to make the most of the economic opportunities. And if we can make the world wake up not only to the climate threat, but the economic opportunities that come with the transformation of the planet to one that's aligned with Paris, then we will not only we will be able to deliver, but we'll be able to keep up and sustain and strengthen and broaden the global consensus that we require to take the action which we must perform. Thank you all very much indeed.